welcome to State of Business on our television. I'm Ashingsani Veerasinghe. Let's have a look at the headlines for today. Sajith Premadasa-led UNP alliance Samagi Jana Balawegaya launched in the absence of party leader Ranil Wickremesinghe. Minister Lakshman Yapa says why the SLPP-led alliance need a two-thirds majority at the general elections. News in detail. Information and Communication Technology State Minister Lakshman Yapa urges the voters to back the Sri Lanka Podujana Nidahas Sandhana at the forthcoming general election for them to change the detrimental laws and regulations and to fast forward the development projects through the two-thirds majority. He made these waves addressing the weekly media briefing at the Media Ministry premises this morning. The Parliament is set to be dissolved by midnight today as per the government sources, and the relevant extraordinary gazette will be published by President Gotabaya Rajapaksa at midnight today. The President is vested with the power to dissolve the Parliament after 4.5 years of the sitting of Parliament under the 19th Amendment. Thus, President Gotabaya Rajapaksa can dissolve Parliament at any given moment since midnight yesterday. Dwelling upon the subject, State Minister Lakshman Yapa added that the new Parliament will be convened before May 10th. He further mentioned that the internal disputes of the United National Party further erode the trust placed on that coalition. In this backdrop, State Minister pledged the General Mass to back the SLPP and SLFP coalition to obtain the two-thirds majority in the Parliament. The Samagi Jana Balawegaya, the much-talked alliance of the United National Party, was launched this morning. The event took place at the Nelumpukuna Theatre under the patronage of UNP Deputy Leader and Opposition Leader Sajith Premadasa. The ceremony to launch the UNP's alliance for the upcoming general election took place in Colombo this morning, and MP Ranjit Madduma Bandara was quoted as its General Secretary and MP Sajith Premadasa as the leader of the new alliance. Speaking during the launch of the alliance, MP Madduma Bandara said the UNP's working committee had endorsed the forming of the alliance and the appointment of the opposition leader Sajith Premadasa as its leader. 5 political parties and several other organizations signed the national accord with the newly set up alliance leader Sajith Premadasa. Addressing the gathering, Prime Ministerial hopeful MP Premadasa said that all the forces which can assure a victory at the elections are with him, and he will assure a better lifestyle all the citizens under a new government. Meanwhile, UNP leader Ranil Wickremesinghe, addressing the media after a working committee meeting at the UNP head office, said that the party's symbol at the election would be elephant. However, he also added that the party constitution needs to be amended soon, and at present legal advices are being taken. He also added that signing of agreements and other major works of the alliance will take place only after such issues are sorted out. In a suddenly organized media briefing at the Parliament complex, UNP's deputy leader Sajith Premadasa denied some facts announced by his party leader. Premadasa was explaining that the decision to set up and lead the new alliance was taken almost 1 month ago at a working committee meeting where he did not even participate. He was telling the media no any such important decision was taken at the yesterday's WC meeting. He also added that no voting took place over the symbol of the alliance and further clarified that the symbol can be changed even after 7 days of announcing an election. He criticized the party leadership for making issues over the symbol and said that the alliance will inform the public about its symbol for the elections in due course.
එනිසා ඊයේ දවසේ කිසිම විධිමත් ඡන්ද විමසීමක් සිදු වුණේ නැහැ. කිසිම විධිමත් තීන්දුවක් නැහැ මොන ලකුණින්ද තරඟ කරන්න කියන කාරණාව පිළිබඳව. විශේෂයෙන්ම සමගි ජන බලවේගයේ තරඟ කරන ලකුණ අපි නිවැරදිව පිරිසිදුව ඉදිරියේදී රටේ ජනතාවට ඉදිරිපත් කරනවා.
Meanwhile, UNP MP Hesha Withana also briefed the media at the office of the leader of the opposition and said that the new alliance is a request of citizens in grassroots level and they will bring it up to the victory. He also blamed the present government and said that it used the April 21st attack to win the presidential election. He added that the present government also had a link on that tragedy and they cannot move away from its responsibility. Speaking over the central bank bond scam, MP Withana added that the UNP leadership is also responsible and they are accountable for that. In order to inform the clients to make better financial decisions, licensed specialized bank, State Mortgage and Investment Bank has initiated a program to improve the nation's financial literacy. More details of this initiative were shared at a media briefing held at the Media Ministry today morning under the patronage of the State Minister of Development Banks and Loans, Shehan Semasinghe. Thus, the chairman of the State Mortgage and Investment Bank, Dr. Udayasri Karyavasam, and other key officials of the SMIB were present at the press conference. During the press conference, it was mentioned that even though literacy ratio in Sri Lanka is 92%, computer literacy and financial literacy rates in Sri Lanka are poor, recording 27.5% and 35% respectively. At this juncture, the State Mortgage and Investment Bank has initiated to carry out this literacy program in its all 25 branches, allowing special attention to improve the financial literacy among the aged. Dr. Karyavasam added that a special program would be conducted for the journalists in the future in order to convey the message to a wider society. Dr. Buddhika Adhikari, a representative from Sinhala-Deepa Jatika Peramuna, says that the country's economy can be strengthened with the assistance of resources and skills of grassroots level citizens, and that challenge can be accepted by new political party Sinhala-Deepa Jatika Peramuna. Successful entrepreneur Dr. Buddhika Adhikari made these observations at a recent media briefing held in Colombo.
ග්‍රාමසේවක වසම් 14,000 ගණක් මේ රටේ තියෙනවා. ඒ 14,000 ගානම හැම ග්‍රාමසේවක වසම් තුනක්ම ඒකාබද්ධව තියෙන ග්‍රාමසේවක වසම්.
There are more than 14,000 Gram Seva divisions in this country. Accordingly, one of our proposals was to merge each 3 Gram Seva divisions and set up one economic unit. Then we can have more than 4,000 economic units in the country. The selected economic units need to identify the most suitable products or services which fits for that relevant area. For an example, one area is suitable, one selected agricultural product, we facilitate to improve the product. That is the first step in our decentralized production-based economic plan. The second step is value addition to that products or services. For the value addition process, we will set up small processing units within the economic units areas. Our products will be improved to fit with both the local and international market. By that economic plan, we can initially dream a self-sufficient country. Then we are also capable of creating new employment opportunities. My guess is we will be able to create at least 2 million such opportunities. The third economic benefit which the country receives is a product which can earn foreign exchange. This is our economic plan which strengthens the country's economy.
Stay tuned for more news after this short break. Welcome back after the break. Pro Food, Pro Pack and AgBiz 2020, Sri Lanka's only comprehensive food, agriculture and packaging exhibition, will be held from 7th to 9th August this year for the 19th consecutive year at the BMICH in Colombo. This was announced at the official launching of the Pro Food, Pro Pack and AgBiz 2020 and its award ceremony 2019. The exhibition is organized by the Sri Lanka Food Processors Association together with Lanka Exhibition and Conferences Services. More than 370 stalls have been allocated for the local and foreign manufacturers, which is the biggest event in the country in relation to the Food, Beverage, Packaging and Agriculture Centre. The event will be held under the theme From the Farm to the Fork, denoting the entire chain of the food industry, which includes the inception of the food, which mainly revolve around farms, to the process and finally to the food table of the consumer. Moreover, this year's expo has 2 separate pavilions from the largest global players in the industry such as India and China, including over 100 companies from both the countries.
Over 25,000 visitors had come to this exhibition each year. It is an opportunity for farmers to reach the public with their products along with food processing companies with many new products of interest together with companies in food packaging industry and related services. Innovative products with new technical know-how contributes a lot for the betterment and progress of the industry. The exposure and correct feedback received from the consumer for the products introduced is truly a valuable opportunity for the food processors. Encouraging university students to innovate new products and ideas along with the industry to recognize their efforts and award them has become part and parcel of the event.
A Addressing the same event, senior advisor on economic affairs to the Prime Minister and former Central Bank Governor Ajit Niwad Cabral stresses that exhibitions like ProFood, ProPack and AgBiz 2020 are an important platform to knowledge sharing and to keep line with modern trends.
We see so many new ways in which products are being processed as well as packaged as well as provided to the consumers. So each day we are beginning to see new methods, new processes, new food items and immensely challenging environment. So in that sense, keeping abreast itself is a challenge. That is why I think all over the world we see regular exhibitions of this nature, regular conferences where people share their thoughts, they share their innovations, they share their developments so that all can benefit by that in order to move forward as an industry.
In continuation of its expansion in South Asia, Go Air, Asia's fastest growing airline, has announced its new direct flights from Colombo to Delhi and Colombo to Bengaluru. Thus, Go Air's maiden flights to the capital city of Sri Lanka will commence from 20th this month. Go Air has introduced these two new routes with attractive return fares starting at 35,512 rupees for Colombo-Delhi-Colombo flights and 24,900 rupees for Colombo-Bengaluru-Colombo flights. Delhi and Bengaluru offer direct connectivity to the popular pilgrimage, the Buddhist circuit, that includes places such as Bodh Gaya, Vaishali, Rajgir in Bihar and Sarnath, Shravasti, Kushinagar in Uttar Pradesh. Go Air has direct flights to Varanasi and Patna from Delhi and Bengaluru. Go Air has been rated amongst the top 10 most punctual airlines in Asia by Cirium, and it has earned 4 out of 4-star ratings from 1.4 million passengers in the US-based Apex survey.
When we started our international operations, Sri Lanka was very much a part of our growth plan. The trade and investment environment between Sri Lanka and India has seen an exponential improvement over the recent years, especially in areas of education, culture, defense, and tourism. Sri Lanka is an important destination in South Asia known for attracting both business and leisure tourists. And Go Air has a desire to cater to those segments by providing punctual, affordable, and convenient operations.
The Sri Lanka Air Force celebrated its 69th anniversary today under the leadership of the Sri Lanka Air Force Commander Air Marshal Sumangala Dias in upholding its tradition of rich history. Addressing a press briefing held in Colombo last week, Sri Lanka Air Force announced that Guan Hamuda Papedi Savaria 2020 will be conducted for the 21st consecutive year in concurrence with the 69th anniversary of the Sri Lanka Air Force from this Thursday to Sunday. Thus, at the media conference, it was announced that over 100 male and 30 female Sri Lankan ranking and other riders are expected to compete in this race. The duration of the race will be 3 days starting from 5th March from Air Force Headquarters Colombo, passing each leg through Kandy, Trincomalee, Vaunia, and it will finish in Anuradhapura. It will cover an approximate distance of 445 kilometers. The final award ceremony will be held at the public grounds in Anuradhapura from 6 p.m. onwards on the 7th of March 2020, where the Commander of the Air Force, Air Marshal Sumangala Dias, will grace the occasion with other distinguished guests.
This is for the 21st consecutive time we are having this One Hamida Papadi Savaria, and even 20 years before the Sri Lanka Air Force selected cycling because you get the cyclists who are involved in the sports from all over the country. To benefit all of the cycling fraternity, the Air Force has selected this and it has been successful over the years. Every year, the participation had been around 125 to 150 cyclists. And we award them with lucrative prizes, and also we do a payment for every participant.
Stay tuned for stock updates after this short break. Welcome back after the break. Trading at Colombo Stock Exchange ended on a positive note today. The all-share price index gained 21.37 points to close at 5,614.29 and the S&P SL 20 gained 14.98 points to close at 2,646.97. The turnover was 256 million rupees and over 14 million shares were traded. Up next are forex rates. With that, we will wrap up today's news. Send us your views, comments and ideas via our email address and our hotline. And log into our Facebook page and subscribe to our YouTube channel to be alert on the latest updates. Join us tomorrow with State of Business at the same time. Until then, take care.